Some arena today is how we are going. Let's have a look at who we have. In the blue we have F10, Resign, Alt F4. I actually don't know if this is a new player or someone smurfing. I'm actually not sure on that. Wouldn't surprise me if it's someone smurfing, but still. There we go. In the blue playing as the Koreans, of course, playing in random. And over in the grey we have PL Dizmidic. Ziak. We're just going to call him Ziak for this. But anyway, playing as the Goths. So, interesting matchup, Koreans versus Goth. A lot of things that we can see happen in it. A lot of interesting things, actually, especially as Goth. If you decide to really push, you can do so much damage, especially if you get inside the gates. If you can get a scout or something under there to hold it open. The way you can push is absolutely ridiculous with that cheaper and faster infantry. Faster producing infantry, it's absolutely crazy. But anyway, Arena, as we know, fairly well walled in map. Generally, you don't see anything. You do see little corners like this where you can actually tower hop in if you really want to. But apart from that, there's really not a lot that goes on in Feudal Age, of course, unless you are actually holding one of the gates open, which generally doesn't happen a lot, but there are sometimes you do see drushes on Arena. I think I've definitely seen at least one game like that. But let's check out the map quickly. Over in the back for Ziak, we've got the gold and another gold over here as well. We'll be able to delete this wall off here, and it won't surprise me at all considering there's a boar on the other side. Again, could delete this off if he chooses to, could not, up to him. Depends what he wants to do. Stones, where his stone is on the front here, as well as another gold over here. Does have a stone in the back, so he will be able to castle drop if he really wants. And I don't think any of the resources are going to actually be able to be hit from any archer attacks, because the gold is in the back as well, and the berries are right over here. So quite a nice map for Ziak in this situation. Pretty much the same goes for F10 Resign, unless he's got villages around this side of the gold, which could be a bit of an issue. But he does have the gold on the front here, another gold here, and a stone here. Does have a stone in the back, again, able to castle drop if he wants to. But, ooh, did he delete that prematurely? It looks like there's a gap there. We could see something interesting happen this game. Something really interesting if he doesn't fix that up. Anyway, we've got lumber in the back as well, berries in the back. Nothing going to be able to be harassed from the wall line, except there's gold here if villagers do get on this side. And is managing to wall this back in. Alright, good. I thought he wasn't going to notice for a second. I thought there was going to be a lot of trouble. Saying that though, now won't be able to get out to this side too easily. But let's check the relic placement. One here, 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 one inside Ziak's base, and one over here. So Ziak naturally having the relic advantage, considering he's got one in his base. The rest are pretty much, I would say these two are definitely directed, and this one here is probably directed down here, and this one could go either way really. Depends on who's going to grab it. We do have another gold down here in the side, as well as one on the other side here, and no other real special resources. We've got a nice little berry patch in the middle, but that's about it so far. Alright, both players should be on their way up to Feudal Age. Alt F4, what are you doing? Yep, both players on their way up. What are we looking like resource-wise? Naturally, I can assume a fast castle out of both of them. 2 on stone over here for Ziak. Any on stone? Yep, 2 on stone as well. So it looks like we are going to be seeing more town centers come up. So there should be a pretty big boom for both players here. Not a lot of wood actually available right now, actually. So it could be a little bit late. Ziak, is he going down with the town center or Market Blacksmith? And Market Blacksmith as well. Interested to see how much wood they have for town centers though, because I don't know if they're going to be able to put them down too easily. And naturally we should see, yep, up for Alt F4, Ziak on his way up as well. Has 300 there available actually. I think I did doubt that a little bit. Here we go. Alt F4, not having much available there at all. Don't know what he's going to go for here. If he is going to go for town centers, he's going to need a lot more wood really quickly. Finishing up his berry patch there, berry patch over here, just about finished as well. How are we looking? Decent, 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 decent. What are you trying to do? Because you aren't going for more town centers by the looks of things. Might be able to get one more up, but might also be able to get a castle the way you're going. I don't know, we'll see. Ziak, what are you going to do? Drop some more town centers or what? Siege workshop. What is your plan? Over here, villager going forward, interestingly enough. He is trying to kill that scout off there. He is getting a little bit of idle time out of that, which is nice, and did actually lure him to a wolf. Oh, did manage to stab it with the turnaround though. And there's the town centre on the gold, town centre on the wood. Over here, not seeing any town centres still. What is the plan from Alt F4 right now? Monastery is up, so will be monk pushing by the looks of things. And outpost coming up here, I think we might see monk castle, potentially. He's got a lot of stone there available, and he's got a lot of wood, but it hasn't gone for more town centres. So that says to me he wants to get something up. Is walling off here. Actually a really smart idea to do that against monks, because they can't get scout cavalry or anything out to actually deal with them. Boom is looking pretty decent here. But behind this, Alt F4 grabbing all the relics naturally, walling in as well with an outpost and palisade. Nothing wrong with seeing what your opponent's doing, moving forward with more villages and just about having enough to put a castle down if he wants to drop one. Is that what he's going to do? More random outposts going up, and there's the castle drop right on the edge there of the economy. Let's see how the reaction happens. Naturally, 3 town centres booming off that. Zayak here, what's he going to do? He's going to naturally wall in a smaller perimeter, because the longest you can keep everything away, the better at this stage. And those monks, of course, going to stop anything coming up to here to really stopping anything get pushed. So the castle should come up if a mangonel comes up. Monk can convert it, whatever. If any knights come out to try and push it, they can convert it, whatever's going. Not exactly fussed with that. Castle coming up in the middle of the base right now for Zayak. Don't know if he was going to put it here or here was a better option, depending. This will defend the economy a lot better. However, this putting a castle up here would defend the front a lot better. And there we go. Castle is up. Are you going for siege? What are we going? War wagons? That's the one I'm thinking of. Not siege wagons, war wagons. Continuing to wall this side in over here. And interesting to see how this one goes. No more town centres yet for Alt F4. He is actually quite far behind, but if he manages to push in and kill off enough villages, this could work really well. It all just comes down to that, and that is killing off the villages that his opponent is getting on him, which is an extra 2 to his 1. Well, 3 to his 1 with an extra, or extra 2, depending how you look at it, of course, depending. And more wall coming off over here, actually. This is really interesting play. Walling his opponent, and looks like he's going to go for another layer of wall there as well. Looks like the monk actually prevented this layer coming up, so good call there. Barracks is up. What are we seeing? Are we going to see Huskarls, or are we going to see Pikes, or what are we going to see? And there we go, Alt F4 hitting the Imperial Age, of course, as Koreans, pretty much a standard tactic. University going up, and it looks like this might be over for Zayak right now. He is going Imperial himself, but he's going to have to hold this one off until anything can really start to go his way. Koreans, what's your plan? There is a siege workshop up back home. Could be going for... Nope, not going for mangonels. Trebuchets are the way right now. Looks like he's going to try and use these walls and treb over the walls. Or something along that kind of line. Barracks coming up there. I think he knows he will be dealing with these fairly soon. Another trebuchet is out. And right now, Zayak's really just going to have to defend from this. He is up by 200 points, but that's not a lot in the grand scale of things when you're up against trebuchets, because, of course, he can't get out there to deal with them. There is a castle there in the way, so he's not going to be able to exactly do much against them. And it looks like those trebuchets are just going to be able to go to town right now. Zayak, nearly in Imperial Age, needs to find a way to deal with this. Lots of barracks coming up, so he will be pumping some kind of infantry around. Hasn't done any blacksmith upgrades yet either. Huskarls are on their way in. Saying that though, there is actually a lot of monks out, so any of these Huskarls that do decide to run up can be converted quite easily now. And I think this is going in Alt F4's way. I think. Gonna be hard not to. More houses coming up. Naturally, the Goth infantry spam about to start. Lots and lots of Huskarls on the way. And here we go, let's see how good the monk micro is. Hand cannons behind this as well, so we'll actually be able to do a decent amount of damage to the Huskarls. Managing to convert 2, 3, 4. But the Huskarls naturally running into the line of fire because that's what they can do. And they might be able to push here, depending on how many hand cannons end up in. There's a lot of hand cannons in play, it will be trouble, but right now, the Huskarls are absolutely dominating. And of course, those hand cannons just weren't enough there to be able to keep this push behind. Skulls, of course, starting for 6 PSMs, they do stand up to castles extremely well. And Zayak doing a good job here at defending. He's got a lot of barracks up, he has got the first armor upgrade done. And saying that, he's got the second one on the way as well now. He does have his own trebuchet up, taking out the castle of his opponent. And is using his Huskarls really defensively here and playing a smart game so far. The boom has worked out so far. He's 1,000 points up, and as long as he can hold this push here, he's going to be in a good spot. And it looks like that castle's going down, and that's the push from F4 gone. He has nothing left to defend with. Once that castle is down, and that's it. This might be GG. And there's a GG from Alt F4. Really smartly played by him, but just was not able to keep up with this Huskell spam, which is so powerful. Anyway, really well played by Zyke in that, not overreacting or doing anything, not getting stressed out when that castle came up. Playing it really smartly, I really respect that. Very well played. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next video.